Check 1 2. Hello, race fans, and welcome to the Michigan International Speedway. My name is Nathan Christensen, joining you here from the 2 Mile Michigan Speedway. Okay, I think we have all the bugs worked out. I want to apologize for those tuning in. As the field gets set to grid, like I mentioned, we are here live at the Michigan International Speedway. The Sylo the Puppy Dog 175, brought to you in part by Blues Race Designs, the new series sponsor, and Holyoke Cornhole Boards, the presenting sponsor of this year's Xfinity style car series. So thanks again to Noah over at Blues Race Designs for coming on board this year and helping us get a new title sponsor. So we would do 85 laps here tonight from Michigan. As the field starts to roll, we're going to show you the starting lineup for tonight's event. Starting from the pole, driving the number 8 Toyota, Dave Lurfano, last year's champion in the series. Outside the front row will be the 04 of Sean Purcell. Starting third on the inside of row number 2, the 15 blue gray plastics Chevrolet from last week's winner, opening round winner, Dave Hara. Outside him in the 92 Ford will be Don Matting. Inside row 3, the 28 of Chad Snyder. Outside that row, we'll see the number 2 of Tyrone Yo. And then Travis Rodriguez will start inside row number 4. Outside him is the 14 of Scott Leonard. And then Eli Raposa will bring up the field and the 9th starting spot. As the field slowly proceeds through turn the entry to turn number 3, we will be looking for the green flag this time. As we get set to go here in Michigan, come to life as these guys come out of turn number 4 and look for the green flag. As we hold the pace into the Geico restart zone, green flag is out, and we are racing at race number 2 of the Blues Race Design Series. As the cars power off into turns number 1 and 2, looks like the early advance Sean Purcell and Dave Hara will be there in third, with Don Manning, Chad Snyder, and Travis Rodriguez all battling right behind them. It's awfully long, 2 miles, but not the same type of super speedway racing we saw last year. We'll see a little bit slower racing, maybe a little bit higher top speed, but not the drafting that we saw last week. Lots of opportunity, lots of instant passes. Obviously want to capitalize early in the run, so watch for these guys to try to make some moves early in the run. But right now, everyone's in file. 1, 2, 3. As they roll down the back straightaway on lap number 2. Looks like we have an attempt at a move as inside. Dave Harris. He has to pull up behind him, but pops back out low on the front straightaway. Looked like Travis Rodriguez got into the wall a little bit there on the foul. Everyone continues on their way. We jump back up front. Take a look at the number 8 Toyota of Dave Lafano leading the way down the back straightaway over Sean Purcell, Dave Hara, Don Manning, Travis Rodriguez, Snyder, Scott Leonard, Tyrone Yo, and Eli Raposo. 9 and a complete field. We have some moves here as we have Scott Leonard looking to get underneath the 28 as Chad Snyder through 1 and 2, see if he can get it done. Not able to make that move quite yet. Into turn number 3. Still everyone nice and tight together. Not too much separation so far here. As they roll back out of turn number 1. Sean Purcell looks to make a move potentially on Dave Lafano down the front straightaway. But Sean nosed out in front here in the corner entry. Potentially to just carry him right up in front. If he clears the 8, he does. He gets the job done. So the number 04 has jumped in front of the 08 as they head back down the back straightaway. And now Dave has to go on the offensive and looks for Sean to be a little bit more defensive in his drive. Back down to 5. Looking on number 6 here. Now we have a move. Looks like Dave Hara is going to try that same move. See if he can carry the speed. It's tricky to get that move done on the bottom. You got to carry all your speed while not giving up too much and be able to get up. And you need all the shot the pass complete, so he's unable to do it, but he'll hold on still in third. But it looks like Travis Rodriguez was able to get around the outside of Don Manning that time. And he is right there on his left rear quarter panel. Just take Scotland who watches these 2 guys back on the front as well. As make sure he stays out of trouble with the 20 Snyder right on his inside. By the wall, not afraid to go high. It's right up behind the 28. It's going to have to probably lift a little bit to not run over him, but they head off down back into turn. Suspension panel, the 28 Snyder car on the last straightaway. Still up front, Purcell. Show the way. Ground on Manning to the middle of 1 and 2. Or sorry, that was 3 and 4. Chad on the bottom. Don in the middle. Travis Rodriguez on the outside. Well, it looks like Dave Harris blinking a little bit here early on. Chevy. Pass on his team to be able to get that done out of turn number 4. We'll slide up in front, maybe. Nope. holds on to that bottom, try to use the draft off the 04 in front of him. Now slides up in front of Dave on corner entry to hold on and lock in. Oh, we got a car in the wall. I think it was Chad Snyder who made some contact there with the outside wall. But looks like slowing down on as they were. Back up front, Sean Purcell leads the way over towards Cup teammates as they go into turn one. Dave Harris still working that bottom. Trying to run the top, and Travis Rodriguez looking to join the party and get in that battle for second and third. Well, don't count out Don Manning, still right there, holding on to fifth as they head down the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4, down across the line. Looks like Harrow will hold on for second over Rafano. Manning's able to get by Rodriguez, who had a bit of a slower corner through 3 and 4. Now Manning up to 4th. Travis back to 5th. Chad Snyder still holding on to 6th. Leonard, Eli, and then Tyrone Yo round out the field. But back out front right now, leading the way, is the number 04 Ford Mustang this time. Coming out of turn number 4, he will complete lap number 12 on the board as we look to continue clicking laps off. As we work lap number 13, we're going to hop to a quick break. We'll be right back after the words from our sponsors.
Back to more racing action right after this. With over 25 years experience, Lucky Dog Detailing offers the best of the best in vehicle reconditioning, fully licensed and insured. Their number one goal is customer satisfaction and developing a friendship with each job. Call them at 704-401-6075 or visit them on the web at luckydogdetailing.com. Lucky Dog Detailing, the best of the best in vehicle reconditioning. This race brought to you in part by Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication, repair, design, and fabrication of plastic holding tanks and plastic form products. With over 50 years of combined experience working in plastic fabrication, Blue Gray has achieved a reputation of one of the foremost custom fabrication leaders in the industry. Find them on the web at bluegrayplasticfab.com or call 704-226-7024 and get a quote for your next project. That's Blue Gray Plastic Fabrication. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. My name's Nathan Christensen. You're watching the All-American Racing Broadcast Network's presentation of the Sylo the Puppy Dog 175. Round 2 of the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Bags and Boards. As we watch the field battling here for second, the Dave and Dave show battling for second, Lorfano in the 8, Hera in the 15, side by side down the back straightaway with Don Manning and Travis Rodriguez looking to capitalize right now on any slip up for the second and third place drivers. Back up front, though, it's the 04, Sean Purcell, who took over control of the race a little earlier and hasn't looked back since, as he's now opened up about a 1.16 second lead Going down into turn number 1. He's got control of this race. Second runner is the 8, the Toyota of Dave Lafano, as he rolls through the middle and out onto the back straightaway. Follow him directly is the 15 blue-gray plastics, number 15 of Dave Moore, who now has a challenge on the inside from the number 92 Ford of Don Manning. Outside, a challenge from the number 7 Travis Rodriguez in that Toyota. But Dave's able to hold them off as they continue to roll here down the front straightaway. 17 laps complete, working on lap number 18. One thing I want to mention tonight is race number 1, in part of the Center the Bubble Halfway Challenge mini-series. And all that means for those out there is that points will be awarded at the halfway point of this race. So at the completion of lap number 43, similar to stage points that they do in NASCAR's Top 3 Series, we will award halfway points to the top of 5 or 10 drivers. And those points will count towards their season total. The only difference between us and the big boys, we will not be having a caution. We will continue to click off laps, and we will just award those points at the end of the race with no penalty. Just a little something to obviously spice up this series and try to get these guys to keep their pedal to the metal all race and not sit around just waiting for the end. So lots of points on the line in this series, lots of bonus points for leading a lap, leading the most laps, finishing with 0X, the most improved position-wise, get some bonus points in this. So lots of points on the line. It certainly makes it interesting and certainly had a factor in last year's championship coming down to the end of the year. 4 points. Dave Lafano was able to squeak out the championship victory over Rivera and Sean Purcell. But yeah, 4 points was the end result at the end of the year. So pretty good season overall, opening year for this series as we here are working season number 2 with the All-American Racing Race Design Series featuring the Xfinity cars, and it's presented to you by Holyoke Cornhole Boards and Bags. As looks like we have a battle here as we cross the line to complete 20 laps. Looks like Travis Rodriguez wants to get in front of that 8 car. Not had much luck so far. Happy to settle running behind him, but now goes right up against the wall, almost up to the fence there. Loses a little bit of ground, but he's going to carry that momentum off the corner. Is he going to cut it down underneath? No, he's just going to ride behind the 8 down the back straightaway as they continue to take laps off here in the stages of this event. About quarter way done. I think from what I heard, the tire situation and fuel situation, it's roughly somewhere in the 40 range, give or take. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. I know we had a couple drivers ask when the halfway points would be awarded because they want to factor that into their strategy to make sure that they're still out on track when those points are being awarded. So to see if you can stretch the fuel all the way to the halfway point, lap 43, to try to get those points, or will you have to pit because you're not going to make it on fuel? Only time will tell, I guess, as we complete lap number 23. So now it looks like Travis and Don Manning were able to get the pass on Dave Lafano. Let's go back and see if we can take a look at how they got it done. So looks like they both used the high line, using a draft type of mentality down into turn number 1. They both kind of just, Travis went low, kind of held it up in the center. Travis just used the shorter way around and a little bit of momentum to carry that speed right out in front of Dave. And then Don was able to keep his speed up and get by. Looks like the inside of Dave going into turn number 3. As we go back to the live game, Rodriguez holding on for second. Don Manning now trying to fend off a charge back by Dave Lefano, and then back there riding in fifth. A little bit behind these guys, but not completely out of touch quite yet. But up front, Sean Purcell continues to 2.2 seconds over the second place car of Rodriguez, Manning, and then Dave Lefano, and they back straight away. And into turn 3. You can see the lead. That's the distance right there that Sean has. The cars behind him. We're back down to complete the 25th circuit as we start lap number 26. 2, 3 different managers being used. Still lots of racing space out there. This is one of the wider tracks we do. Oh my goodness, everyone's into the wall. Travis gets into the wall. The 92 gets into the wall, and that lets the 8 try to make the move. Not quite able to pull it off as the 92 kind of cut back down in front of the 8 once he bounced off the wall, but not a good sequence of events there for the second and third place cars. But here comes Dave Lefano. Looks like he's jumping down to pit lane to make some pit stops. So both Dave Hera, Dave Lefano, and Chad Snyder all jump onto pit road to take on some fuel. So that maybe kind of answers our question of what these guys kind of had planned, but looks like they're going to pit a little bit earlier maybe. So 4 tires and fuel obviously all the way around for everyone. Now Sean Purcell has jumped down to pit road. So he's making the slow track down pit road as Dave Lefano and Dave Hera both on pit road. Scott Leonard's now on pit road, so everyone completing their first stops of the race. But let's go and take a look back here, and we'll follow our leader Don Manning as he pulls Travis Rodriguez down the back straightaway. Back into turn number 3 and 4. These two continue to battle. Now essentially for the lead, as they have everyone but Eli. Eli Raposa, who hasn't pitted yet, is still on the lead lap. But now we see Travis Rodriguez jumps down to pit road to make his pit stop. A little more successful making it onto pit road this week than he was last week. A little bit of snafu coming to pit road. Cost him a chance at the win last week, but Don Manning continues to lead the way right now. Turns 1 and 2. But here comes Dave Lefano catching up to the back of the number 92. Fresh tires and full tank of gas will make you probably quicker as he makes short work of the 92 car out to the outside. Looks like Don Manning's going to come down pit road by to make his first stop of the race. So, only Eli Raposa left to make a pit stop here from Michigan. He'll get credit for leading lap some bonus points as they continue to cook off laps here. So it looks like Eli Raposa still currently the leader on old tires and fuel. He will be in first. The first car after him who pitted is the 04 of Sean Purcell, and Dave Lefano and Dave Hera there, and Chad Snyder, and Scott Leonard, and Tyrone Yo, and Travis Rodriguez has fallen all the way back to 9th with a 32-second pit stop. So something must have happened to him on pit road. Don't know if he got caught speeding potentially coming into pit road. But yeah, definitely a long pit stop, double the length of everyone else's. But Eli Raposa hops down onto pit road. That'll turn the lead back over to the 4 of Sean Purcell as he quickly makes his way out of turn number 4 down to the stripe to catch start lap number 31, lap number 31 goes on the board as we are getting closer and closer to that halfway point. So now Sean Purcell has a comfortable 4.3 second lead over Dave Lafano, who pitted 1 lap after him. Sean pitted 1 lap after Dave on lap 27, and then Dave Lafano and Dave Hare both completed pit stops on lap number 26. Dave Harris' pit stop was about 3 seconds longer than the 2 in front of him, as well as the 3 cars behind him. So obviously not what you're looking for. Quick pit stops to get you back out on the track. But as of right now, caution free through the first 31 completed laps of this event. So looks like we're going to continue on our way, and it's just going to be up to these guys to kind of try to track this 04 back in, and then hopefully they'll be able to do that. But I'm sure Sean's hoping they don't do that, as started from the outside of the front row, took the lead about lap 6 or 7, and has kind of driven away steadily from these guys, and the pit stops just helped him get that much bigger of a gap. So let's keep an eye here. We'll take a look back in the field a little further. There's Dave Lafano. The distance between himself and the leader is about 4.3 seconds right now. And then back from him to Dave Hera is about 3.9, roughly 4 seconds. And then Don Manning, after going an extra 3 laps compared to those guys, is 5 seconds behind Dave Hera and 14 seconds off the lead right now. And then now sitting in 5th, a new 5th place car after Travis Rodriguez's troubles on pit road. Sitting 16 seconds off the lead now is the 14 Scott Leonard. And him, Chad Snyder, in the 28 Ford in 6th. Eli Raposa, the last car to stop on lap number 30, is running in 7th. Tyrone Yo, who was the first car to stop through this sequence on lap number 24, is running in 8th. And then, like I mentioned, Travis, bit of trouble on pit road. Pit stop is double the length of everyone else's, so not ideal, but still on the lead lap for now. So I would say almost a quarter of a track, maybe a third of a track. So still in this, not out of it completely. He's probably definitely hoping for a caution, though, that's for sure. But back up front, the 04 is Sean Purcell, and he continues to lead the way as we complete lap 34 was that time by, so we're working on lap number 35 here from Michigan International Speedway, the Sylo, the Puppy Dog 175 tonight, race number 2 of the 2023 season. Let's hop on board the 04 and take a lap around the 2-mile speedway. So that's a few laps around Michigan with the 0-4 of Scott Purcell. Just while we were riding on board, I just wanted to look up. So it looks like the Halfway Challenge point structure this year will feature 5 drivers earning points at the halfway point of each of the 4 races. 20 points is the bonus points for the winner, 18, 16, 14, 12, down to 5th. So 20 points on the line coming up here in about 5 or 6 laps to the halfway leader. So let's see how this plays out. Right now it looks like it's kind of going to be a no contest with Sean Purcell out in front of this by almost 6 1/4 seconds, dominating kind of right now. But before we get to the halfway break, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we will be right back after these words from our sponsors. You're watching the Sylo the Puppy Dog 175 here on the All-American Racing Broadcasting Network, home to the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Boards.
Back to more racing action right after this. This race sponsored in part by Graham Collision, professional automotive collision repair specialist. Visit either of their Iowa locations in Waukee and Urbandale for your collision repair and vehicle body work. Like them on Facebook or visit grahamcollision.com. Graham Collision, unparalleled support, unbeatable assistance. For the best selection of quarter midget parts online, look no further than FMI Racing. FMI Racing, helping racing enthusiasts everywhere achieve new levels of performance and quality in their vehicles with parts and gear. Give them a call at 770-720-1003 or visit fmiracing.com. 2092 Harmony Drive, Canton, Georgia. FMI Racing. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway here in Brooklyn, Michigan. Race number 2 of the 2023 Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Boards and Bags. Race number 1 was last week at Daytona, seeing Dave Hara picking up the opening win and bringing the points lead into this event this week. But right now it's been all Sean Purcell since about lap probably 6 or 7 when he took over the lead from Dave Lorfano, and he's driven away to approximately a 6, 7, almost 8 second lead right now as he sits on the track. And like I mentioned before we went to commercial, this is the first race of the Summer Level Halfway Challenge Series. So as we work lap number 42, at the completion of this lap, the top 5 in the running order will be awarded points at the 18, 20, 18, 16, 14, and 12 points respectively for the top 5. So as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4, Sean Purcell will come around to complete the 43rd lap, which will walk him 20 points to his season total will be his right now as he crosses the line. And then we'll jump back to Dave Lorfano, who's now pounded a little bit by the 15 of Hara. As they cross the line, it'll be the 8 and the 15. And then we'll jump back to the turn 4 down to the line. He will cross in 4th, securing 14 points. And then a little further back, Scott Leonard crosses the line in 5th. There we go. The halfway bonus points have been awarded. Now all we have to do is bring this one home to the finish. But like I mentioned, Sean Purcell scores 20. The 8 of Lorfano scores 18. The 15 of Dave Hara scores 16 points. The 92 of Manning scores 14 points. And the 14 of Scott Leonard scores an additional 12 points in the bonus program, which go towards, are added to the end of your total season points. So just like in Cup, Xfinity, and Truck Series, not playoff points, I apologize. Stage points are awarded. We just don't stop our races for stages here in the Blues Race Design Series. So as we continue to click off laps, you can see on your screen, Purcell opens up to about an 8.4 second lead this time by, and Purcell leads over Lorfano, and then Hera now battling with Lorfano a little bit. Some close action on the track. The two closest cars right now from position, running in second and third as they cross the line to the 45th lap for them respectively. Dave Hera drives it low to the bottom, disappears, comes back, uses that bottom. Is he going to carry that momentum right up in front? Is he going to make the 8 jump out of the gas? Yes, he is. Dave Lorfano will have to whoa up just a bit or run over his pseudo teammate in the 15, driving for Dave. Each of them driving for their own teams in the Xfinity Series. Dave driving the Hera machine is the part of the Hillbilly Motorsports stable. Him and Scott Leonard are both with Hillbilly Motorsports. And then obviously Dave is driving his own team car, the Dave not here, number 8. But a great move there to secure the position. Kind of what you have to do. You have to use the momentum and the speed on that bottom lane and just hope and kind of cross your fingers that the outside car doesn't use the momentum around the top to be beside you on corner exit. But as we're talking about that, we can see the 15 make a little contact with the outside wall, but nothing too severe as it continues on as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. They come back around. Back down to the line, using different lines even on the front straightaway. Head off into turn number 1. Right on board the number 8 car of Dave Lorfano for a couple laps around. A couple laps around. They come back out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway into turn 1. The number 8, Dave Lorfano. Dave's not here, sorry. Toyota Supra in this series, driven by him, and he goes down the back straightaway from Poland, Maine. Dave is out of Poland, Maine. Let's take a look farther back. We'll jump on camera and pull up a shot of Claremont, New Hampshire's Don Manning in the No Bucks Motorsports number 92 Ford as he rolls through 3 and 4. And then right behind him now, up, getting it passing Scott Leonard right there on that number 50 is the Chad Snyder from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Chad Snyder driving in that Ford. And then behind him, Scott Leonard in 14 from Lanesburg, Michigan, driving the 14 Chevrolet for the Hillbilly Motorsports team. We'll jump one car further back and take a look at Westport, Massachusetts, number 46. Eli Raposa driving that car. We'll jump one more spot back. Take a look at the number 7 Toyota of Travis Rodriguez out of San Antonio, Texas, down the back straightaway here at Michigan. And then rounding out our field in 9th from York, PA, it's Tyrone Yo Jr. Rounding out the field this week, running 9th currently here on lap number 51. But back out front, out of Rockford, Illinois, all Sean Purcell since about, like I said, lap number 6 or 7. He's dominated this race, leading by upwards of now 9.5 seconds this time across the line. So definitely one of the more dominating performances we've seen here in our series. So obviously these guys are going a little bit longer this time on fuel. They came in last time around lap 27 for Sean, and then 26 for Dave, and lap 29 for Don. So let's see if we can stint lines. Let's see if we can pull up the graph. So yeah, you can see some varying pit stop strategies here early going. Assuming we're going to see another pit stop coming shortly as we have a pass on the track. Looks like Dave Lafano was able to get back by Dave Hare, but that's because Dave Hare is headed down pit road. So the first car to drop down pit road to complete his second stop of the race is Dave Hare, and you can see in the background Chad Snyder makes the hard right-hand turn down onto pit road also. So will this force the hand of the other cars around them to make them come to pit road? We'll see. Obviously, last time through the pit stop cycle, Sean Purcell used it to his full advantage to pull away and just kind of dominate the middle part of the race, now upwards of 10.5 seconds over the second place car, Dave Lafano, who stays on track one more lap, so not heading down pit road quite yet. Back out, join the field. Both Hera and Snyder one lap down at this point, obviously, with making that pit stop. But still, Sean Purcell leads the way on lap number 55. Stays out as he's going to come down the front straightaway to put number 55 on the board and start his 56th circuit here today. So we've reached the 30 laps to go point. And looks like Dave Lafano has jumped onto pit road. So Dave Lafano will be completing his second pit stop of the event here on lap number 55. So Dave Lafano bound to pit road. So was Scott Leonard on pit road. So the two Sylo teammates, Hillbilly Motorsports representatives in the Cup Series, both on pit road. Sean Purcell continues to go. But it looks like he's going to come down pit road too. Sure is. He makes the right-hand turn onto the left-hand turn onto pit road off of the racing surface. Brings his car down to pit lane speed as he heads down the pit road. That's going to leave Don Manning out on track as he will come out of turn number 4 and pass Sean Purcell. Not till after the line, so Don doesn't get credit with leading that lap. He now becomes the leader at this point, continuing on the speedway. Another driver to not pit is Eli Raposa, as Sean Purcell is making his pit stop. He's got 4 tires, a full tank of gas, dropped the jack down and away, back up to speed. Travis Rodriguez also rolling down pit lane, completing his second stop of the event, followed by Tyrone Yo, who's on pit lane. So just 2 drivers have yet to complete their second pit stops, but as I see that, Don Manning makes the left off the banking down to the pit road to complete his second, to start his second pit stop, and Eli Raposa continues at speed around the speedway, leading another lap as he will, like I said, he leads another lap as we complete lap number 56, working on 57. Continue to watch Eli Raposa run at speed on the banking. Doesn't come down pit road again this time. Reminder, he was the last one to stop on the first sequence of pit stops. He completed his pit stop by lap number 30, so should be able to go a little bit further than everyone else. May not be beneficial in the long run with the tire wear, but we'll see how it plays out in the end as he still continues to go. Once he completes or makes his attempt at a pit stop, Sean Purcell looks like he will jump into second place, as right now he is in second, running 6.25 seconds in front of Dave Hara, and then Dave Lafano, and then Chad Snyder round out the top five. So Don Manning unfortunately lost a couple spots there on the pit stop cycle, but still running decently as we see Eli Raposa come back around to complete his 59th circuit. That means he has still not pitted here in this event. Gets on the brakes and makes the left-hand turn off the banking down onto pit road, gets the car woed down to pit road speed, and he will make his second pit stop of the event with 26 laps to go. But as I said, Sean Purcell looking to capitalize on that pit stop, as Sean Purcell will jump back to the top of the leaderboard here with 25 laps to go from Michigan in the Sylo the Puppy Dog 175. As we continue on, clicking off laps. So Sean Purcell leads the way over Dave Hara by about 7 seconds. And Dave Hara leads Dave Lafano for the battle of second by about 3/4 of a second. And then it's 12 seconds back to Chad Snyder, Don Manning, and Scott Leonard. So Chad Snyder able to capitalize there during that sequence of pit stops by jumping in front of both Don Manning and Scott Leonard, and then we have Travis Rodriguez up a few spots from where he was earlier after not the best pit stop there on his first sequence. So 2 weeks in a row, unfortunately, having pit stop issues last week, spinning on entry, hitting the wall, and then speeding, causing him issues, getting him out of the race, and then this week, not sure what the reason was. We've been watching, unfortunately, but not the best results on pit road so far this season for the 7 out of San Antonio, Texas. But back up front, Sean Purcell continues to lead the way over Dave Hara, Dave Lafano, Chad Snyder, and Don Manning. With pit stops complete, we're going to take a break and get a message in from our sponsors. And again, you're watching the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Boards and Bags on the All-American Racing Broadcasting Network.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. G-Tech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. G-Tech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at buyGtech.com. G-Tech, 5346 DBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. G-Tech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holyoke. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holyoke on Facebook. Holyoke, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American Racing League.
Welcome back to the Michigan International Speedway, home to this week's event, the Sylo the Puppy Dog 175. And this is the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Boards and Bags. My name is Nathan Christensen, and I'm bringing you the play-by-play and the color commentary from up in the booth. Easy for me to say, right? But as we keep an eye there on Sean Purcell, continues to lead here on lap number 65 with in the books, 20 to go. And looks like unless something catastrophic happens to the 04, or we get a potential late race caution. I think this one may be in the bag. But we got some other cars out there still competing. We'll jump back here and take a look. Find the number 8 Toyota Supra of Dave Lorfano driving the Dave's Not Here number 8 down the back straightaway. And then we'll jump back one more car to the blue gray plastics number 15 of Dave Hera, last week's winner from Daytona, as he works it off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. And now back up in the fourth, making a move back around Chad Snyder is the 92 No Bucks Motorsports Ford Mustang of Don Manning. Right behind him in the Rebellion Graphics, number 28 is Chad Snyder, running in 5th spot. And then one spot behind him, driving that number 14 Hillbilly Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro, is Scott Leonard in 6th. We have the number 7 Toyota Supra being driven tonight by Travis Rodriguez out of San Antonio, Texas. Obviously some issues getting on and off pit road. Again this week for Travis, have him kind of out of contention, about 33 seconds behind the leader, but still on the lead lap, so not out of it. Jump back to the 46 of Eli Raposa in the Tame the Beast Chevrolet Monte Carlo. That's a Camaro, man. Get it together, buddy. And then one spot behind him, running 9th on the field tonight, Tyrone Yo in the number 2 Campbell's machine. So there's a run through of your field. We're going to jump back up front. Take a look at Sean Purcell, who's working lap number 68. As he continues to click off laps. Like I said, unless something catastrophic happens, I think this one's pretty much a done deal for Sean. But 17 laps to go. Someone could bring out a yellow, or Sean could somehow make a mistake. Not likely, but it's a possibility still, right? That's the thing about racing. You never know who's gonna win the race till it's over. So we'll hang out here for another 17 laps, and we'll crown a victor here from the Sylo the Puppy Dog 175 on Michigan. Going to give you a shot of how spread out these guys are around this 2-mile Michigan Speedway. The 04 just heading now into turn numbers 3 and 4, and the second and third place cars are only heading out of turn number 2. So about a full straightaway behind now, which is equivalent to about 10 seconds, 9 3/4 to 10 seconds. It fluctuates. And then the fourth place car is all the way back in almost half a lap, just a little over half a lap behind, 22 seconds off the leader right now as Don Manning is running back there. But like I said, still still 15 laps to go. Maybe something will come up and bite this 04, but I wouldn't bet on it if it was me. We've watched Sean here now for 2 races this year, a full season last year. Knows his way around these tracks in this Xfinity car. He's one of our biggest supporters of the series, going on online and sharing his thoughts of how everyone else is missing out, and how these are some of the most fun cars to drive on the iRacing platform. So we appreciate that, as he looks to show why these are his favorite as he continues to dominate here from Michigan. Close eye on the second and third place cars of Dave Lefano and Dave Hare right now, second and third, as they work their way out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Like I said, roughly about 10 seconds now behind the leader at this point, so just kind of holding on and hoping for either Sean to make a mistake so they can potentially capitalize on that, and they're hoping that they don't make that mistake to give up their second and third running spots, right? With everyone's still on the lead lap except Tyrone at this point. Well, these spots are still up for grabs if someone makes a mistake, right? With 13 laps to go here, 12 this time as Sean crosses the line. See here from the gyro frame inside the Lafano machine. Definitely two distinct lines, right? You have Hera running right down around the bottom, Dave running up towards the wall, trying to keep that momentum going. And looks like we have a caution. We have a caution on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to change the game. It's like Travis Rodriguez has crashed. Let's see if we can find a replay of that. She gets off of the wall. Well, there wasn't really an accident, was there? Not sure what happened there, to be honest. Let's go back and see if we can rewind it a little bit further. So it just gets high through 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, sorry. Gets up into the fence and goes across to the inside line and just brings out the caution. I think the caution came out because of how close he was to the racing surface at that time of when his car stopped. So not what Sean Purcell wanted to see. That is for sure, as that 10-second lead has evaporated to what you see here on the screen. So I'm guessing all these guys are going to jump down onto pit road and get mainly 4 fresh tires. I don't think fuel was too much of a concern here. Everyone should have had enough fuel to get to the end, but they're going to jump on pit road and put some 4 new Goodyear tires on their cars. So Sean Purcell beats everyone off of pit road, followed by Hera, Urfano, Snyder, Manning, Leonard is the way they come off of pit road. The field will get stacked and racked back up behind the iRacing caution truck. And we'll see here how this one plays out. Right now there's 10 laps to go. I think we'll be coming back around potentially to the either 2 to go or 1 to go. Might be the 1 to go this time, but I'm not 100% sure. We're at 1 to go. So they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Cross the start finish line. Lights go out on the pace car. So it looks like, yes, we are 1 lap to go before we go back. So let's set the field here for the restart. It looks like the 04 is Sean Purcell on the inside. Dave Hera in the 15 on the outside. Dave Lafano in the 8 on the inside of row 2. Outside him, Chad Snyder in the 26. Going off from 5th is the 92 of Don Manning. 6th on the outside of row 3 is Scott Leonard. Eli Raposa goes off from the inside of the next row. And then Tyrone Yo trying to catch up to the field after getting the wave around Lucky Dog and making his pit stop is up into 8th position with Travis Rodriguez still sitting on pit road. So leader controls the pace as they roll down the back straightaway. Leader can fire anytime the cars get to the Geico restart zone out of turn number 4. We roll through turns 3 and 4 now. Looking to come back to the green flag. This time, by will chalk up 8 laps to go. We'll have an 8-lap dash to the finish of this one. Hopefully we can finish it under green as they roll off of turn number 4. The pace truck makes its left-hand turn back to the safety of the infield. We go up to the flag stand to take a look at the flagman. Waiting. Green is back out, and we are racing from Michigan as Sean Purcell gets a great jump off of the front row inside position over 15 O'Hara as they go into turn number 1. And the battle right now is still ongoing for all positions in the field. Like I said, no one was a lap down. Well, Tyrone was. He got his lap back, so everyone's back on the lead lap. So everyone is still right into this as they head down the back straightaway. Dave Lafano looks to make an inside move on Dave Hare for second. See if he can get that done through 3 and 4. But while they're battling side by side, that's he sees them 2 by 2 as he pulls away. Back around to complete lap number 78. 7 laps to go this time by. Purcell leads by about 2/10 of a second, 3/10 of a second. This time into turn 1 and 2. Lafano drives in deep, gets that car to stick, comes right out on the back bumper of Sean Purcell down the back straightaway. As we head off down back into turn number 3 and 4. This time Purcell goes low. Dave Lafano looks high. Dave Hare gets squirrely. They're out of turn number 4, but he's able to hold on to it. That lets Chad Snyder roll the top and get by Dave Hare as they work back down to turn number 1. Dave Lafano still stalking that 0-4 of Sean Purcell out front. Drives it in deep. Tries to hold that bottom. Slips up a little. And he pushes up towards the wall. Gets loose. Holds on to it. As we got 2 cars rubbing the wall. The 15, the 92 into the wall. Off of turn number 2. Oh my gosh, I can't even count tonight, folks. The 0-4 though continues to lead the way over Dave Hara, Chad Snyder, Dave Lafano, Chad Snyder, and Don Manning in the top 5. As we ride on board with the 8 cars, we look through the window as him trying to chase down the 0-4. Gets right up to the back bumper. He's got to get out of the gas a little bit or he's going to run him right over. Doesn't help. But he just ran his best lap of the race, 39.73 last time by. So, sorry, 39.5 last time by. Apologize. So they work off the top 3, still all together. 4 laps to go. Sorry, complete lap number 81. Working on 82. 4 laps to go this time. Dave Lafano still trying to make the move on the 0-4, but having no luck. Chad Snyder right there looking to capitalize on a potential slip up by either of the front 2, this time into turn 3. Laps to go this time by, still the same. Don Manning able to get by Dave Hara a little further back for 4th, so right now it's still Purcell, Lafano, Snyder, Manning, Hara, Leonard as we work down the back straightaway. Great run that time out of turn number 2 for Lafano, still not able to capitalize. Number 3 and 4 coming to 2 laps to go this time by out of turn number 4. If Dave has anything left in the tank. This time Sean Purcell goes to the low line to block the 8's attempt on a quick run down the front straightaway. I'm not able to do it. Now Dave uses the momentum around the outside. Can he get the pass done? No, No, can't get it done. Sean, is able to squeak up in front of him on corner exit to hold off that 8 car, but he tried everything that time out of turn 2, just not able to get it done. As Dave still hounding that back bumper, the 04 there, as we come back around to complete lap number 84. So we're starting lap number 85. White flag is in the air. Final time around the Michigan International 2-mile speedway. Let's see if Dave has anything for him. Sean goes to the lower side. Dave's still going to run that higher side. See if he can get the momentum. I don't think he's going to have him this time. Not enough. Actually loses ground that time out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Sean Purcell continues to lead the way over Dave Lafano, Chad Snyder, and Don Manning. But as we head to turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn number 4. We're going to jump up to starter cam. Here we go. Out of turn number 4. The 0-4 as Sean Purcell will pick up the victory over Dave Lafano, Chad Snyder, Don Manning. Dave Herrick gets Scott Leonard at the line. And Eli Raposa and Tyrone Yo round out the 8 cars that finished this race, with Travis Rodriguez still sitting on pit road being repaired. So a great attempt, a great race that is, and a great valiant effort from the 04, or the 8 car there at the end to try to get by 04. Just didn't have enough, but a good finish nonetheless. So we're going to set up one-on-one chats here with the drivers. So let me just make sure everything's working properly. 1, 2, check 1, 2. We're going to turn on. We'll watch 04 do some victory donuts as we're going to jump into the chat and grab our 3rd place finisher, Chad Snyder. Hey Chad, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Good, Chad. How are you? Thanks for coming on racing with us. A strong result. 3rd place for you here from Michigan. How do you feel about that?
I feel great about that, man. I was there for a while. I was struggling to stay in the top 5, and it just turned out to be real good for us. So, we ended up getting a good break with that last caution there, and just we're able to get a good jump on that restart. And then we, looked like a hillbilly, had a little bit of a slip coming out of 4, and kind of gifted us position there, and was really able to hang with Sean and Dave there a lot better than I thought I would, and thought I might have had a shot at it. But heated my front tires up a little too much, and she started pushing on me the last couple laps. But real happy to come in here. I only run a couple of these races a year, and to come away with a podium finish is really awesome. And just want to thank Peter Terrio, No Bucks Motorsports, and Rebellion Graphics for being on the car. And yeah, it's a great night.
All right, Chad, thanks for coming out, and thanks again for racing with us, and have a great night.
No problem, bud. Thanks a lot.
All right, that was Chad Snyder. Now we're going to go see if we can find Dave Lafano. 1 second. Hey, Dave, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Got you, Nathan.
Hey, Dave, great run there at the end. Trying to get outside of him there with a couple laps to go. Just weren't able to get the job done, but I'm sure you're still happy with the 2nd place finish here from Michigan.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, the thought crossed my mind a couple times there on that last little run. I could easily got to him and kind of moved him up a little bit, but it's not really my style. He led the whole race. I'm not going to go in there and move him out of the way to win it, but good run for Sean and good win. Kind of messed up my pit stops earlier, got way too far behind, so that caution definitely helped me, and had something for Sean, just couldn't get it done. So I got to thank Blues Race Designs for being the sponsor here for this series, and HMS for all the help and the practice and all that stuff. And I don't know where we're headed next week. I haven't looked, but we'll try it again.
All right, thanks again, Dave, and thanks for coming out, and we'll talk to you on Sunday night at the truck broadcast.
All right, thank you.
Okay, that was your 2nd place finisher, Dave Lafano, and now we'll see if we can get a word with tonight's winner, Sean Purcell. Hey, Sean, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
Hey, Sean, congratulations on, I guess, 3 wins in a row now. You won the truck race last Sunday, the cup race on Tuesday, and now Victory Lane in round number 2 of the Blues race design season. So good start to the year, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. I really couldn't have asked for better, you know.
So you pretty much were just out on a Sunday drive from what it looked like from up here in the booth. These guys, obviously pit stops there early, helped you build a bit of a lead and were able just to hold on through the middle part. Then the late race caution brought it back together. Were you a little concerned that maybe they'd get the better of you towards the end?
Yeah, I mean, I had been in that mindset of just kind of cruising, you know, keeping it smooth and consistent without having to put out really fast laps for so long that and I know David had some really fast laps on fresh tires, or Lurfano there. So I was definitely a bit concerned, and I mean, he proved that it was a legitimate concern. He was right on me that whole last 8 laps. I was biting my nails, you know, trying to stay ahead of him without giving up too much, you know.
No problem. Who do you want to thank for getting you here to Victory Lane again this week?
You know, the No Bucks Motorsports team and Dominion Motorsports, you know, taking me on this season. So, you know, Donald Manning, great run from him as well, great finish. Uh, Chad Snyder, you know, Dominion, of course, great finish for him after, you know, had a couple rough parts of the race, but he bounced back and had a great last restart. And obviously Johnny May, as always, he was the first one that put me on a team, and it's definitely helped me flourish, especially in this series. He's been a great help from, you know, eyes above.
All right. Thanks for coming out again this week, Sean. We'll see you on Sunday at the truck race and then next Tuesday at the cup race. And have a good evening.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So that was your top 3 drivers from Michigan International Speedway. And we're going to bring up the final results to take a quick look at them here. There they are there. So Sean Purcell is the winner of the Sylo the Puppy Dog 175. Dave Lurfano comes in second, followed by third place finisher Chad Snyder. Don Manning in the No Bucks Motorsports number 92 finishes fourth. Dave Hara falls back a few spots after getting up into the fence there with about 2 or 3 laps to go. He finishes in fifth. Scott Leonard will be the 6th place finisher in his number 14. And then we have Eli Raposa, Tyrone Yo, and Travis Rodriguez rounding out the field tonight from Michigan. My name's Nathan Christensen. I just want to thank you again for joining us here tonight. And we'll see you next week on the All-American Racing Broadcast Network's presentation of the Blues Race Design Series presented by Holyoke Cornhole Boards and Bags.
Back to more racing action right after this. This race sponsored in part by Graham Collision, professional automotive collision repair specialist. Visit either of their Iowa locations in Waukee and Urbandale for your collision repair and vehicle body work. Like them on Facebook or visit grahamcollision.com. Graham Collision, unparalleled support, unbeatable assistance. For the best selection of quarter midget parts online, look no further than FMI Racing. FMI Racing, helping racing enthusiasts everywhere achieve new levels of performance and quality in their vehicles with parts and gear. Give them a call at 770-720-1003 or visit fmiracing.com. 2092 Harmony Drive, Canton, Georgia. FMI Racing. Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawn Care Truck Racing Series of the All-American.